Welcome back to another video, my brothers. Today's video is titled, Get Clear on What You Want. Clarity is absolutely vital if you are looking to live a remarkable life. Most people today live a shit, mundane existence that they settled for. They never got clear on what it is that they wanted. They didn't sit down and write down some goals, and this is what I want from my romantic partner, and this is what I want in terms of my health and the way that I look, and this is what I want in terms of my career and how much money I want to be making. No, they never set those goals. They just woke up every day and, I hope things work out and I get that promotion, or hopefully soon I'll get the courage to join the gym and start working out. Everything's hope. There is no decisive action. They never sat down with themselves and kept it real. You got to keep yourself in check, man. You have to be your own coach. You've got to sometimes sit with yourself and tell yourself that this ain't good enough. What the fuck are you doing, man? I had a few of those eye-opening conversations with myself at times when I was broke, and I'd look at myself in the mirror and be like, how the fuck have you allowed this to happen, Ali? This is unacceptable. Or when I was overweight, when I was like 30% body fat and almost 95 kg, and I just look at myself in the mirror and be like, unacceptable. You're in your fucking prime as a dude, and this is how you look. What's going on, mate? Tough love, you know? And even when I made mistakes in my previous relationship, why, Ali? Why would you do that? This is a good woman. Why would you treat her this way? You got to keep yourself in check. And because you love you, because you care about you, you should go out there and take as much action as possible, even when it's uncomfortable. Because you want to provide you with a better future. And for a while, I was just sick and tired of the results that I was getting in my life. I didn't like my financial situation. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't respect myself when it came to how I was leading in my relationship. So I told myself, you know what, man, fuck this. Enough is enough. I need to change, Ali. The good thing about being a human being, and this is something Jim Rohn used to say, you are not a tree. You can move. You can take a new action today that will impact the direction of your future. Don't adopt the victim's mindset. Woe is me, and this is just who I am, and my dad was like that as well, and this is family trauma. No. You can change. But you must get clear on what it is that you want. Because if you don't gain clarity, you will settle for a shit life. You will. I know people that have been in the same job for 7-8 years. And by the way, when I used to work with them many years ago, they were complaining at the time that they weren't being paid enough and that they're struggling financially. And then I speak to them now, 7-8 years later, and I'm like, but you still work there. What? I can't respect you. I can't respect a man who voices his frustrations at his circumstances, but doesn't do anything about them. You must take decisive action. Prove that you're sick of the life that you're currently living. Prove it. But most guys talk. They'll sit around with their friends and, oh man, fuck this job, man. It don't pay me enough. But then he does nothing about it. He doesn't go out there and look for another job. He doesn't start a project on the side that can hopefully make him some more money. And what's a shame is that a lot of these guys have kids as well. Maybe they're young fathers, or even I know guys that are in their 40s and think this way. And I'm like, you've got kids and you're a procrastinating son of a bitch. Man, I wouldn't be able to sleep even if I had kids and my situation was that bad. I'd be up 24/7 trying to make shit happen. I work hard now, especially when you have kids. Come on, man. You got to get your act together. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. This ain't good enough. A lot of guys will complain that every woman that I get with does me dirty. Why do you think that is? Because you're not clear on the kind of woman that you want. And maybe you're a piece of shit man and you need to change yourself. You can't adopt the victim's mindset, as I said, and, oh, this is just who I am. If she's a real one, she'll accept me. Nah, mate. If you're a toxic bastard who can't communicate, you're an unfaithful piece of shit. Of course you're going to sabotage every relationship that you get into. And of course the woman has the right to leave you. Why should she be with someone like you? Sometimes you have to keep it real with yourself. You are the problem. I mean, if every relationship you get into, you fuck up, it's time to look in the mirror and address yourself. If you're a person who wants to have a better relationship, you'll sit down and you'll reflect and you'll ponder and you'll start to take the right actions going forward to change yourself. Maybe you'll sit down with a coach. Maybe you'll start buying books on how to lead better in a relationship. And for those of you dickheads that are going to be like, no, that's beta activity. Well, you're not a man. You're a child still. Stop listening to these stupid podcasts that basically talk down on relationships and becoming a husband and a father. Those goofballs, all they do is promote hookup culture. They refuse to take accountability when they mess up, and stop watching those stupid videos, man. They'll mess you up. As a man, you got to look inwards. You know what? I was bad. I made mistakes. Sometimes it's hard looking inwards because you don't like what you see. But that's the first step to change. It's acknowledging that you've made some mistakes. If you're in denial and you think, no, she was the wrong one. She was, and the one before her and the one before her. So they were all wrong, yeah? All of them treated you badly, yeah? Come on, man. You're not a child. You're a grown man. Take accountability. If you did some stupid shit, own it. Because otherwise it's just going to carry on. Remember what I always say, guys. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again, expecting different outcomes. Okay? So you got to start making some changes. Sit down. Write on a piece of paper. Yep. Write with a pen. Get your pen out. My pen ain't even with me. There it is. Get your pen out and start writing down on a piece of paper what it is that you want from your romantic partner. The core values that you want her to have. What is it that you want from your career? How much money do you want to be making? Most people never write down any goal whatsoever, whether it's financial, physical, nothing. They're just coasting. And they may set wishy-washy goals. I want to be rich. Yeah, motherfucker, everybody wants to be rich. But you've got to take some steps in the right direction. And the money itself shouldn't be your focus. It should be to do something every day that's fulfilling to you. Because if you derive some sweetness from what you do, you'll usually work harder. And if you work harder at it, the money will come. Money is a byproduct, guys. But of course, it's good to set a rough goal of how much you want to be making and then start reverse engineering that. Okay, I want to make 70k a year. What can I do to make 70,000 a year? Let me test out a few things and see what I like and what I don't like. And then the thing that you feel comes most naturally to you, that I think Steve Harvey describes it as the thing that you do the best with the least amount of effort. That's your true calling. And when he says the least amount of effort, it doesn't mean you're lazy with it. It just means that you find yourself in a groove. You know what I'm saying? You've got some momentum. You know, if you're playing video games and you really like a video game, sometimes hours will pass. And you're like, oh shit, I need to eat, or I need to go and take a shit, or whatever, right? But you were so immersed. Sometimes your life's mission acts in the same sort of way. It's almost like you're in a video game. You don't realize how much time has passed. I'll be in the office sometimes for 7 hours straight. And I'm like, oh shit, man, it's 11 p.m. I need to get out of it, right? But because I'm doing something that brings me fulfillment, it doesn't really feel like work. Although I am working very hard, of course, right? So going back to what I was saying, reverse engineer it. Set that goal and start working backwards. What do I need to do to make... Okay, cool. And look, worst comes to worst. You don't hit 70,000. Look, it's not about hitting that goal. It's not a make or break. If I don't hit it, then you know what? I'm a piece of shit human being and, You see, this is why I would have never become successful, and you start talking negatively to yourself. No, it's the process of aiming for that big goal that improves you as a man. Jim Rohn always says, set a goal to be a millionaire for what it will make of you to achieve it. So you're getting better. Even if you don't get 70 and you get 50, it's better than staying at 30, which you might be at right now. Okay, so push. And you know what? Also, when it comes to relationships, a lot of guys will be like, yeah, but I want a good woman, but most good women aren't good looking or whatever. And they'll say stupid shit like that. You can have it all. You can. You can find yourself a woman that you're attracted to that is also a nice human being. Now, I don't like saying things like, oh, she's an ugly woman. I don't like saying that, because beauty is subjective. And also, you're dissing God's creation when you say that. When you say, oh, she's ugly or whatever. Nah. She may not be your type. That's understandable. But don't call a woman ugly. Okay? But you can find a woman out there that meets or passes the eye test for you. You like the way she looks, but she's also a nice human being. You don't have to settle. Now, I get making sacrifices. No one's perfect. And I don't want you guys to go out there thinking that, oh, there's a perfect human being out there waiting for me. No one's perfect. You can find someone that's suitable for you, but they will have flaws. And so do you. You can't be a fucking hypocrite, man. You're not perfect yourself. Despite how ripped you may be and how well you're doing financially, you're not perfect. There's something about you that you can improve. At least something. In most cases, there's several things that you can improve. But you're not perfect. And also, when you are going out there, for example, looking for your ideal woman, you can't be a hypocrite in the process as well. I want me a virgin wife who's never been with anybody, whilst you're going out there hooking up with a new person every day. Come on, man. You can't talk left and walk right. Be a man of integrity and principles. Okay? So get clear on what it is that you want, because the implications are, as I mentioned, if you don't get clear, you will end up tolerating a mediocre existence. You'll be in a job that doesn't pay you well, with a manager overlooking you that doesn't respect you and overworks you, underpays you. Right? So get clear, man. Sit down today. Just do it, man. Don't just watch this video and then go and jack off all over yourself. No, sit down, get a piece of paper out and a pen, and write down on the piece of paper. Break it down into 3 categories: relationship, finances, health. What is it that you want? At least it gives you an idea. Today you might not be able to write very much. Maybe a couple of sentences in each one. But it gives you a starting point. Now you can start thinking, okay, what could I do? Or what kind of a man do I have to be to attract this kind of woman? And you start working on yourself. And you got to keep it real with yourself. As I said, it takes looking inwards. You're not going to like what you see in most cases. I didn't respect myself. Even 2-3 years ago. Because I let the standards drop. And it's, I'm a human being. We're all human. You might be the man right now, you're doing everything right, and then you let yourself go. And then you got to get yourself back up again. Remember what I said, you are your own accountability coach. You've got to keep it real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, man. If you lie to yourself, you will only delay your success and delay opportunities coming to you. Keep it real. And with that being said, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you give it a like. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Peace.